Alright, so today I'm going to talk about the Tilta Armorman 2. It's a gimbal support vest system, kind of an exoskeleton. Here I have the KMTV Prodigy Gimbal, their largest gimbal. We've got the Blackmagic design Ursa Mini 4.6K in here. It's not on right now. I don't have this fully rigged up with your monitors and stuff, but this setup alone is pretty heavy. And I can only fly it for a few minutes before, I start getting fatigued. So I needed a support vest, and there are a lot of them out there, but I thought I'd try the Armorman 2 because the way it transfers the weight. Instead of this, pulling over your shoulder with rods, this kind of transfers the weight down to your hips, down to your legs, so it's off of your lower back and off of your shoulders. So I thought I'd try this one out. I'm not going to say it's better than everything else, but it is pretty cool. So let's go run through it. Basically, you get a case, a hard case. It's a nice rolling case here, and this is the main vest itself. So you see you've got chest support and waist support. This pelvis pad kind of sits on your hips. That helps transfer the weight. On the back here, you can adjust the shoulders and pelvis, to go bigger. If you're a taller person, you could stretch this out. You've got a V-mount battery mount back here. And this is so that you can power your system and you can carry the V-mount on your vest. So you're getting rid of some of the weight on your gimbal. You can mount the battery here. You run your power cables over to your gimbal and you power everything up. So you could attach a battery here. That's totally optional. These cables right here come off the front. When you pull this, it releases the tension of the arm. So I have to show it to you for you guys to understand that, but that's what it's for. And it's so that one person can manage this vest. You don't need a whole bunch of people helping you out. And then over here is the pins. And this is where you dock the ISO arms on the back here. So I'll show you how to set that up in a second. But that's kind of a quick overview of the vest. This is what the ISO arm looks like. So this portion right here is what clicks into the back of the vest. And then over on the top here, you've got like a little dovetail, like a clamp, and that's so you can add the extension here. So this is where you would hold on to, and this slides forward and back depending on how long your arms are. So once you feel comfortable with the placement of this, you just lock it down over here. So that's the ISO arm. There's two of these, and then these are just the hip pads that Velcro onto the vest. So I'm gonna get this assembled and then we're gonna carry out this Ursa. All right, so as I said, this is the area where you add the arms. And let me show you how fast it is to add. So you just basically line this up. You pull the pin and you slide in, and that's it. The arm is already in. So if we wanted to release this arm, we would do the same thing. We'd pull this up, we'd pull the arm out, and we could disassemble the unit. So let's just put this back in, put the other one in. All right, so putting on the vest is very straightforward. You just buckle it up here at the chest piece. You have it down here on the waist support. Remember, you want it to sit kind of on your pelvis. You want all the weight transferred over to your hips, but not so low that you can't lift your legs up. So you should be able to lift your legs if you want to go upstairs or something, but it should be fairly tight and sitting up on your hips, and that will transfer the weight away from your back. I mean, you'll still feel something, but not as bad. You'll feel it more on the hips. So anyways, the ISO arms that is attached to this vest is not tensioned right now. They're actually just hooked onto these cables here on the side of the waistband here. So when you're not using the vest, you just have the arms off to the side. Now, in order to enable the arms, there's a little click that happens when you raise it full extension. So let me show you this one. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So there's a little click there. So now this arm right here is under tension. So you'll notice that it has some spring, and this one is not, totally loose. So if I bring this up, now they're both under tension, and this is how you would carry your gimbal. So if you're one operator, you set your gimbal down and you want to bring these arms down, you relieve the tension by grabbing this cable here, lifting the other one straight up, pulling the cable, and it releases that tension. And then same with this one, bring it all the way up, pull the cable, and it releases the tension. So then you just hook it back down here, and you're able to use your hands, and you don't have to take the full vest off when you're not in use. But let's power this up, and let's carry this gimbal. All right, we're all powered up there. Let's get this going. So we just cup the handles. There you go. We have the gimbal. Now this is a fairly heavy gimbal, but as you can see, if I let go, the vest can carry the weight. You can tune the arms to depending how much weight you want to carry. But the flexibility is we could still do all of our panning. We could still do all of our tilts. I can bring it up higher. I can bring it down low. So you get good amount of range with this vest here. And again, it's carrying all of the weight. It's transferring the weight over to your hips, not necessarily, on your arms or your shoulders. You don't feel anything on your shoulders, and very little on your lower back. Most of it will be on your pelvis. So that's kind of why I wanted to try this one out. And then if we were to run, the ISO arms would absorb a lot of that. All right. So again, now that we're done, we just release the arms here. And then we're totally done. So anyways, that's a quick look at the Tilta Armorman 2. Remember, this is version 2. It's the upgraded model since the previous one that they had. This is way better. I'll have a link below this video on where to find this product or on the blog, cheesycam.com.